and it is going to be a crazy game to witness. We're about to go straight into overpass already in the pistol round. We're rushing through things, and Cacanito not quite rushing through the shots. 1-for-1 trade's not bad, and Simple's holding the line along. Very calculated as he finds a triple to kick things off and tell Spirit Academy to sit down. Looking to find the fourth as well, but this has been a complete shutdown of Spirit Academy. Simple comes from like a very long background of having played in positions where like he's put into awkward spots, you know, like he's often, like I know there's like the whole meme about like Simple carrying the hell out of Navi for the longest time ever, but that also kind of very specifically trains him to be good in like the tier 2, tier 1.5 environment where things might not be as well rehearsed. I think this is a very good spot for him to like show everyone that he's still made of what he was capable of in the past.
Someone in chat just pointed something out, now I can't unsee it. Obviously, I don't think Simple's had his media day with PC Game yet, hasn't had his own pictures, and they said, why is he on Nexus' body? And I think it is I think it's a Photoshop job, and he's on it's his head on Nexus' body, and now I can't unsee it.
I haven't really seen this position be overused yet. Like, I know that I haven't watched too many games of Overpass to begin with, but like until players start to develop the muscle memory again to check for these small things, you're going to see like a 3 to 4 month period where things like it does come down to Cacanito being an issue here. Simple, oh, laboring his spray, tries to hold mouse 1 the whole way through. And he's quickly going to be punished. Cacanito still wanting to make this a decisive effort. That's a double. And now Nexus making himself known as well. Mokujin slips the net, comes around, and as he's circling the waters, Nexa quickly going to get on the defuse. I don't think Mokujin's going to be ready for the full stick. And
push things from bad to worse. Maybe just tip Spirit Academy over the edge. Flash over the top. Contact out of connector. Simple somehow evades the bullets. They came his way, but he didn't take a single tag. Just going to work his way back. He's got Cacanito here with him along. That was a weird bounce.
Academy wanting to apply the pressure a little sooner this time. 4 through Monster. One's going to be that second prong and short. Simple trying to watch the angle, but knows that he's completely locked out until further notice. Prime Tap still in the waters. Wants to make sure that there's a fine line right through the middle of the bomb site, and they want to try to take that space back. Simple readied up on the boost. As they get ready, Simple already finds one, at least opens up an avenue into the bomb site, but I wouldn't hate it if they didn't commit to this cause. They've got a little bit more money in the tank though. The rounds have been clean enough for that to not be a problem. Simple still waiting for the short beep, and Mokujin
eating rounds when you give him those opportunities. Oh, right here, doesn't pull the trigger. It is going to be an entry out of Sifo, but yeah, as I say, comes into his element. He comes to life here. The support network he's got around him, and I think Nexa understands that quite well.
Spirit Academy know that they've got plenty of avenues to take from. That AWP not being a real issue anymore. But 40 seconds, you don't want them to be in the position where they overcook things, right? It's already hard enough to clear out every single nook and cranny in the B bomb site, so getting a head start here would be nice. I want to see how BC Game play this. we're all huddled up around the back of the bomb site. This is going to be an all-out war as the T struggle to get onto the site to get this bomb down. Flashes are going to at least allow for some space. Nade makes it a little bit harder. There's actually a second nade that can come in through as well. Andu trying to beat them to the punch. Nexus eventually going to fight one and put him down, but not fast enough as Prime Tap postured aggressively with the AWP, watching a wide angle. And as they start scaling up, Simple knows that he doesn't really have too many resources to help him out. Kakanito goes for the wraparound, and now he's in pole position to try and defend this ace site from an arm's length. Needs to hit his shots, though. Oh!
Yeah. Of course he does. Why would you even question it? Let's go back in. Knows that there's going to be one walking up long. That gives him a second to entertain the fight elsewhere, but the timing's awkward. So it's time to press up from toilets as well. Needs a second. Robo won't deliver.
I'd like to quickly remind you that this is Spirit Academy's map pick, which is why BC Game are getting to play the CT side to begin with. And I am really worried for what Spirit Academy are going to do on Mirage. It's a map that's been really good for BC Game. Then you have a couple of really high firepower players, like they don't even need to be mentioned, being added into the roster, right? I think Mirage is going to be a bit of a specialty for BC Game going forward. B-site's on the agenda, though.
That's abs. Oh, God. Makujin almost ends up with two. I think that would have really made this round happen without it. Andu's secondary sniper can't connect either. Simple trying to play whack-a-mole with the head poking over. Will eventually get there as he works his way a little further forward. Gets to see a little bit more than just the top of the scalp. Leaves it down to Solfic. 1v3 for the clutch.
Big miss.
Hang on a minute. This is what I was talking about. These little moments from the coach that deliver on all fronts. Taps the bomb. Knows that Nexus cross. With the coach standing in. With the new addition. I think you can bow out here. Not happily, but some level of content. Prime taps, Simple, shutting this down. Tech 9's not allowed anything. We saw it so many times earlier on. Right. Mosaic. Once one here in the long tunnels. Simple's got to try and bail out Kakanito, and he won't. Misses the shot, so his teammate will go down. Makujin's down to 4 HP, and Simple is already pre-firing the rotation, and he seems to be right. No, okay. You saw Solfic with a bomb going back. I'm thinking, all right, yeah, I think he's cooking here, but no, it does still feel like it's going to be that eventual A hit. He's just doing a little switcheroo with Andu. He's low on health. Andu's got to be the one to stand and deliver now. Smoke in place, so he can try and maneuver around it. And Prime Tap's in an interesting position here in Con. If he gets the timing right, they can make this work.
Oh, dude, Andu has to do so much here. The smoke obviously allows Spirit Academy to scale up, but then it also...
I love this.
Voids them of information. Sitting inside the smoke, thankfully for him, is able to find the healthier player. And Prime Tap's being good on the flank puts the final player on Spirit Academy, the coach, in a very awkward spot. I didn't even notice that Makujin was alive, actually. Doesn't have a whole lot of HP.
Yeah, Simple's got a nade as well, but he doesn't need it.
Oh no, Kakanito doesn't even let them breathe for a second. The round's just started. And for Spirit Academy, it might have already ended now. Boost to watch the crossover into short. Andu gets a freebie on Sypho. Kakanito still wants to get his hands wet. And it's over. It's a 10-2 start for BC Game. Like, how do you even recover from that? It needs to be a flawless CT side, which frankly, I don't see Spirit Academy pulling up with how disjointed their T side has looked.
Spirit Academy, so this gets tough. Big entry from Prime Taps as well.
Easy does it so far for BC Game. And Nexus sees a player with their back turned as well. The coach put 6 feet under. Sypho and Robo would now have to get a monstrous round that, frankly, they haven't even been able to service with guns.
Shot. Wow.
Looks a little.
Zay,
There's not a lot of time.
Yeah, they do need to be careful with this. The pistols are stacked up on the site. Zay's still popping heads as well. He's had a really quiet map, but he's also capable. He's not really shown it. Sypho, Sophic, delivering damage. Prime taps on the clock. Gives us a shot.
Scorelines look to be about even. Everybody's been getting caught off guard. Not like this.
Andu. If anyone's going to be the man to deliver it. Looking at him right here. Tosses the rifle back to Simple as well. He's got a little bit more health, and Andu confident in his abilities on the Deagle, confident in his teammates on the AK. Kakanito's going to drop in con, and Prime Tap's just about escapes from the monster spams. Does he repeat for the fight? The answer's no. Gets on out of there. He's going to go join his teammates here towards toilets and progress up onto the A site, but neither Andu nor Simple can connect onto the heads as they just poke around. Not an easy fight to win, but one that they'd love to. Yeah, it's not happening. Time are running down thin now. Oh my god, Andu. Where does it come from?
That is a stupid amount of damage being done. A triple from Andu. He's responsible for the opener with the Deagle. Then he walks into the A side, just waltzes in and finds 2 more heads. Where I think the microscope would generally be on Simple, right? Andu has done some very heavy lifting that certainly puts his name in the spotlight.
Yeah, he certainly has. I'm actually very interested to see if this roster can, you know, push into tier 1 events, because I think they're capable of doing so. Like the 2-0 against Ents yesterday, and just making such light work of sides that are kind of staples of tier 2. Certainly exciting. Been on a bit of a tear recently. Awkward loss against BetBoom in Challenger League. That was a few days ago. But other than that, they've looked rock solid. Ooh. Good kill, Sophic. Ooh. He's going to follow up as well.
Spirit Academy might have a little bit more life in them still remaining. But I like the fact that BC Game don't commit to the cause on A. They instead try and navigate through CT, give themselves a little bit more breathing room before they commit to some kind of bomb plant. And Kakanito's trying to find multiple 1v1s. What are you going to expect in the corner of his screen? Mokujin is fumbling.
There's a lot of weight behind this game in terms of just rankings and VRS points and whatnot. We're talking about Spirit Academy trying to just maintain their position. That's tough when you're playing against teams like BC Game, who exceed their ranking in terms of their ability so much. BC Game are set to get 35 points if they win this game. It's going to rocket them up 7 places. They'll go from 56th to 49th. And they might be able to get it done right here. I would want no other duo than Andu and Simple in a 2 versus 3 to try and recover this. The problem is they don't have the bomb. It has now been recovered. Andu seems to expect Sypho creeping up. Simple's found another, and yeah, they're doing it. They're doing it for us.
Both have found a kill apiece, and Robo Needs to do some very difficult lifting here. Simple up against him. Couple shots to the backpack, and it is all over already. 13-4.